The next contest is between boxers from Turkmenistan and Iran. There is 23-year-old Shukur Ovezov of Turkmenistan. His opponent is Daniyal Shahbakhsh of Iran. 5 scoring judges from Canada, Fiji, Korean Republic, Guatemala and Mongolia. Carlo Franchi of Italy is the referee. Unanimous points decision victory over the Venezuelan Olympian Yoel Final for Daniyal Shahbakhsh. As for Ovezov, it was a 4-1 split decision win over his opponent from Italy. So we're in the 57-kilogram division, and this an all-southpaw affair between boxers from Turkmenistan and Iran. The southpaw wearing red is Shukur Ovezov, reigning national champion of Tajikistan. They've already had their 2024 national championships. Took that title, adding to the national crown he won at 60 kilograms in 2022. The boxer up on his toes, circumnavigating the ring, wearing blue, is Daniyal Shahbakhsh. He too 2024 national champion of Iran at 57 kilograms, in search of his second Olympic appearance after competing in Tokyo 3 years ago. He lost to the legendary figure of Lazaro Alvarez, RSCI. Contest stopped on an injury in the second round of their second preliminary round encounter. But he's a terrifically talented boxer, is Daniyal Shahbakhsh, because in that same year, 2021, after the curtailed Olympics, after the delayed Olympics, he came away with World Championship bronze in Belgrade at 60 kilograms, unable to compete in the semi-final. But his talent has been apparent for some time on the Olympic boxing stage. So he content to operate and then scores with a right-left out of that southpaw stance against the advancing Ovezov. Oh, and that's a beautifully sneaky counter left hook from Shahbakhsh as Ovezov was looking to pin him against the ropes.
Shahbakhsh is doing really well, boxing off with the back foot and just picking off his man as he comes in.
Ovezov shooting in that southpaw left. With men inaccurate, Shahbakhsh dropping down with a right jab to the body. And how about that for a pecking, poking, potent right jab from around his belt line from the Iranian boxer wearing blue. And he's continuing to press is Ovezov. But that's a terrific lead right hand once again from Shahbakhsh.
That was a little bit better from Ovezov then. He just needs to close the distance down a little bit quicker and then let his punches go.
Nice right jab to the body from Shahbakhsh, and then making his opponent miss by bending at the waist and using good head movement. Such a relaxed figure in the ring, and again, doesn't really sit down on his punches, but he lands them with sufficient force to catch the attention of his opponent, as he did with that sneaky southpaw backhand there. Sat down on his shot and brought down a high elbow left cross out of that southpaw stance, and it just disrupted the forward movement of Ovezov. He's capable of increasing the gap and putting his opponent beyond punching range in a flash. So quick are his feet. Daniyal Shahbakhsh. I expect he's taken the opening round, and he has done so. He's conceded the opening round. So the aggression of Ovezov rewarded, which I do find rather surprising. I thought the Iranian boxer in blue did enough to take that first 3-minute frame, but the judges clearly preferring the front foot pressure, even though it wasn't particularly or as effective as the back foot punch picking of Shahbakhsh, at least from my perspective.
Yeah, I thought so too, exactly the same. I thought he was doing, Shahbakhsh was doing enough on the back foot, picking his man off, as you can see there.
So now that is going to surely bring about a change in tactics. because if the Iranian corner and Shahbakhsh himself knows that back foot punch picking isn't being rewarded, he's going to have to change his approach and look to hold his feet more and get onto the front foot possibly in a bid to overturn the 4-1 deficit that he faces with 3 rounds in the book, 3 minutes in the book. So holding his feet more noticeably in the first 20 seconds of this second round is Shahbakhsh. Again, that is always a dilemma that back foot punch pickers face. But I thought he did enough with his back foot boxing to take the first round. There's a beautiful double right jab from Shahbakhsh. The second one came up on a steep upward angle and it jolted the head back of Ovezov. There's the same shot once again. And again, Ovezov, plenty tough, continuing to press forwards. But with a minute completed of this second round, I think it's Shahbakhsh who was getting the better of it. Then I thought that about the first round as well.
Nice jab there from Shahbakhsh. It's getting a little bit messy there on the inside.
Ovezov feinting as he tries to work his way back in, but again that sneaky left hook landed in the final shot of the cluster from Shahbakhsh, who's operating behind low held hands now, trying to lure his opponent into his web. It's not quite a carbon copy of the first round. Counter left hand from Ovezov, not too far away. In terms of the quality of punches landed, it does strike me as rather similar. So I wonder what must be going through Shahbakhsh's mind and the Iranian corner. And maybe it was the almost perpetual back foot motion that went against the Iranian boxer in the first 3-minute stanza. Right jab again catching Ovezov as he's looking to advance. And another double right jab followed by a left cross from Shahbakhsh.
I feel like Shahbakhsh is just doing enough in this round to win it.
40 seconds remaining in round number 2. There's a good right hand to the body, left hook upstairs from Ovezov. Shahbakhsh aware of that and so gets onto the front foot with his hands held contemptuously low as he looks to walk his man down. Left hand wasn't too far away from Shahbakhsh. Let's see how Ovezov boxes on the back foot if he indeed is pushed backwards on a sustained motion from Shahbakhsh. There's a beautiful right jab once again, completely disrupting the boxing stance of the reigning national champion of Turkmenistan. Well, I think this has been a brilliant display in the second round. Ovezov does have some success with a 2-shot salvo, but I think that's a brilliant display from Shahbakhsh in round number 2. But I thought his back foot boxing was equally impressive in the first round, only for him to concede it on a 4-1 split. But he's turned things around, and so it is 19 points apiece for 4 of the 5 judges. Shahbakhsh responding to take it on a 3-2 split, which again, I just can't see how you could give that round to Ovezov. But that is how it's gone in the book. He leads 20 points to 18 for judge number 5. The other 4 scorecards are dead level at 19 points apiece after Shahbakhsh took the second round on a 3-2 split.
It'll be interesting to see what Ovezov does in this last and final round.
So a quick glance towards the boxing gods from Ovezov before the bell tolls to open this third round. Ovezov marches out and helps himself to a southpaw right. A contest that is all square for judges 1 through 4 at 19 points apiece. I happen to think the better quality punching and ring generalship has come from Daniyal Shahbakhsh, the Tokyo Olympian, but of course it is a subjective sport. But I just don't see how Ovezov landed enough quality punches in that second round to even take a share of it. Certainly not a 3-2 share, but that is what transpired, and that is why he leads 20 points to 18 for judge number 5. Left hand from Ovezov wasn't too far away.
Shahbakhsh is going to really have to work hard to get this third round from the judges.
Nice right hook from Ovezov. Before the boxers disengage, Shahbakhsh getting onto the front foot, almost countered by a left hand from Ovezov. Good work to the body from Shahbakhsh, was countered upstairs by success from Ovezov. Beautiful corkscrew right hand from Shahbakhsh. So Shahbakhsh dipping at the knees and shimmying in front of his man.
I'm just happy, just coasting around the ring there.
So Shahbakhsh now back in the southpaw stance after spending a previous passage of the round as an orthodox boxer. Oh, that's a counter right hand from Ovezov, but it was partially blocked by the left glove of Shahbakhsh, who tries to step into range and launch a raiding attack. Ovezov, with his hands tied up, finally gets them free and lands a couple of shots to the body. Ovezov with another right hand during that coming together. But it's Shahbakhsh who's cutting a more commanding figure in the boxing ring for my money. Looking to back Ovezov up, stepping back into the range and having success during that salvo is Ovezov. Final 40 seconds of this round as the two men shimmying in front of one another. Left hook success from Shahbakhsh, who's really trying to distract his opponent now with fancy footwork and semaphore movement with the hands. But Ovezov remaining concentrated, not falling for the traps that Shahbakhsh is attempting to lay for him. Tidy tangle, the clock continues to tick, the seconds continue to elapse on a contest that is on a knife edge. 4 tied scores of 19 points apiece. Who can produce some eye-catching quality in the closing 10 seconds? Well, instead of quality, we've had an entanglement. Well, Shahbakhsh thinks he's done enough, but that's precisely how I see it. But coming into the third and final round, we have to take into consideration the context of the contest, and that is that it was all square at 19 points apiece for judges 1 through 4. I don't know how we arrived at that parity after 6 minutes of boxing, but that is how the 5 scoring judges have it, and Ovezov leading 20 points to 18 for judge number 5. So which way is this one going to go? I'll nail my colours to the mast. I think the man in blue did enough to win it, but what say the 5 scoring judges?
Ring A, the winner by points, split decision in the red.
Oh well, it is Shukur Ovezov who is declared a split decision victor. And again, that's not only on the final round, I just don't see how he was in that position after 6 minutes of boxing. But that is how the 5 scoring judges sat ringside scored it. They're far closer than Nicola and I. And it is Shukur Ovezov who goes through to the round of 16. So Daniyal Shahbakhsh, I thought, did the better quality punching. Make no mistake, Ovezov was competitive, but over the course of the 3-3-minute rounds, I thought Shahbakhsh's back foot boxing was enough to take the first. It went against him on a 4-1 split. Then when he got on the front foot and held his feet more, he took the second on a 3-2 split. I thought he deserved a little bit more than that. And then he's lost the contest on a 3-2 split. We'll take a look at the distribution of the scores here now. And it's 29-28 for Shukur Ovezov. For 3 of the 5 scoring judges, I think Daniyal Shahbakhsh is desperately unlucky. There is the third and final qualification opportunity for Shahbakhsh. Having come up short at the Asian Games in Hangzhou last year, he's been bested and eliminated here in northern Italy. And so if selected by his federation, we could well